want to talk about some struggles I've had the past couple days with hunger, migraines. I need some advice. And I'd really like to know what you all did in the similar situation and how you managed. I'm not sure if I'm on the right track or not. And I really just want to know that this is going to work itself out. I'd really like to know that. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy and I am on a Tirzepatide weight loss journey. This past week has been a little rough. Well, not the whole week, yesterday. So I meant to do an update yesterday. I wanted to do an update yesterday, things didn't work out, and I'll explain that in a minute. I need some advice from those of you who are also on this journey. If you're just getting started, because I'm just about 8 weeks in. So let me explain what happened. I went to see my provider on Thursday. I was currently on 3 milligrams every 6 days, but yet the hunger was still really pretty pronounced creeping back in on day 5, but really pronounced on day 6. So prior to this, we had decided that I would do the injection every 6 days because day 7, there was just I wasn't even on any medication at all. So we had started that. I've been doing that for a few weeks, but yet, the hunger is still there pretty good. It's manageable on day 5, but day 6, it's a lot. So I had a discussion with her Thursday when I went to see her, weighing out my options, like what could we do? What are the things we could do? And one of them would be continue with every 6 days, but upping the dose, going up to 4 milligrams every 6 days, or staying at the 3 milligrams, but maybe doing that every 4 or 5 days. But she was concerned that maybe that might be going up too quickly, because that would be like 6 milligrams a week, about 6 milligrams a week if I did every 4 days. So then, and one of my concerns about going up too quickly, going up too quickly on the dosage, is that it might really affect my satiety levels. Like it might suppress my hunger too much, and then I wouldn't be able to eat. And I don't want to do that. That's a side effect I want to avoid. So, then the other option we talked about was dropping back down to 2.5 milligrams and doing that every 4 days. And we landed on that because on the 2.5 and on the 3 milligrams, when I do the injection, typically that works really well with regulating my hunger and the food noise in my brain. So really cuts down on cravings, or none at all. So we decided that would probably be the best for me, drop back down to 2.5 milligrams and do that every 4 days. So Thursday was day 5, I believe, when I went to see her. So I went ahead and did 2.5 milligrams that evening. And the next day, Friday, I woke up hungry, really, really hungry. And then I ended up, I had a migraine. I started with a migraine, and those always cause me to have a lot of hunger too. Just a little backstory on my migraines. I've been having them since I was in the 3rd grade. I'm now going to be 55 in December. So I've been dealing with them my whole life. And they, after I have the migraine, I tend to be super hungry. Actually, even the older I get, though, I actually get a lot of hunger with the migraine. It's like at the pit and deep in the pit of my stomach hunger. And I have done some searches on this. Is like this normal with migraines for other people? And it is something that does happen. So I woke up hungry about an hour after being up. I started with a migraine, and then that just the whole day I was just ravished. And again, with my migraines, they're very much like the best way I can explain them to people is like almost kind of like having a stroke. And I know that can sound a little scary, but I've been dealing with them my whole life. Some of the things that happen to me when I'm having a migraine is I have visual disturbance, like a blind spot in my eye, and that blind spot tends to grow and grow and grow. And it kind of moves around and eventually it moves away and is done. I also can sometimes lose feeling in my arms and sometimes in my jaw, and my mouth and tongue go numb. Um, and facial droop. I definitely have a difficulty recalling words. Sometimes if it's a real bad migraine, I'll have a difficulty even like recalling my husband's name. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how bad they can hit me. And so yesterday I had one in the morning, and then after it was kind of ending and I was able to get out of bed again, I was up for again about an hour and got hit with another one. So double whammy. I haven't had two in one day in quite some time. Now, about 3.5 weeks ago, I had a migraine. I had a migraine 2 days, one day, and then another day, back to back, 2 days in a row. And that was 3.5 weeks ago. But that seemed to be somewhere around my monthly cycle, which this could be too. So this could be related to hormones as well in my monthly cycle. I'm really unsure because those aren't really regular anymore with gonna be 55. I am perimenopausal, and this year they have been not the typical 26, 27, 28 day cycle that I've had my whole life. So they're becoming irregular. So it could have been triggered by hormones yesterday, the migraine. But needless to say, they always make me very, very hungry afterwards. It's like all of my energy, my body uses up all of my energy to heal, to fight, to recover from the migraine that I'm just ravished. I also experienced extreme hunger about 3.5 weeks ago when I was ending with the 2.5 milligrams of Tirzepatide, and that's when I went up to the 3 milligrams of Tirzepatide. So it may also be perhaps after about 4 weeks, maybe my body just gets adapted to that dosage and it's time for me to go up. Um, and that's something to consider. I'd really love to know what your all thoughts are on that. Have you experienced this? I do know, like the pharmaceutical companies, when you're on the name brand like Zepbound or Mounjaro, you start off on 2.5 milligrams, 4 weeks, and then 4 weeks after that, you jump up to 5, and then after 4 weeks, you jump up to 7.5, and it goes that way. Of course, you and your doctor can have that discussion whether it's time for you to move up, but the pharmaceuticals company say that based on their trials, and so so now I'm thinking maybe I'm one of those people that after about 4 weeks, I need to go up on dose until I find that sweet spot that works for me that I can sit at for a while. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts, what you've experienced, what you did, if you had something similar, and how you managed it. That would be, yeah, because I'm looking for advice, I'm looking for suggestions, and because I want to get this right, but I don't want to go too fast too quickly because I don't want to cause other side effects and things to happen. So what we decided to do, my provider and I together, we decided to go with 2.5 milligrams every 4 days. So that's where I am right now. I did 2.5 milligrams on Thursday. I had the severe headache yesterday, the hunger, and then I woke up during the night with hunger, and I was like, you know what? If I'm still experiencing this extreme hunger by morning, I'm going to do another injection. And my provider did give me that play with, like, so she was okay if I did that. In our conversation when we were talking about, is that going to be enough, the 2.5 milligrams? So I felt comfortable with if I wanted to take another dose, I could do that. So last night during the night, I did wake up. I woke up really hungry, and I got up and I drank a bunch of water, trying to satisfy some of that hunger. It did work enough to allow me to go back to sleep. I wasn't going to eat. I didn't want to eat anything because I have a history of night eating years and years and years ago when I was dealing with a lot of stress in my life as a mother of a heroin addict. I would get up in the middle of the night, and I would eat in the middle of the night to put myself back, to numb my brain enough that I could go back to sleep, like put myself in a food coma. And that was like 10, 12 years ago, and way before I even knew about food addiction and understood my own addiction with sugar and processed food. So I did not want to do that because I recognize that as being a sign of addiction. And so I drank some water, though. I was able to satisfy my hunger enough that I was able to go back to sleep. And then this morning when I woke up, I was still very, very hungry. I got up, I did eat, and I just really seemed to struggle to get it under control. And I just decided to go ahead and do another 2.5 milligrams. So I did do that this morning. It's been, let's see, about 5.5 hours. It's been about 5.5 hours since I did that, and I'm feeling pretty good now. I had breakfast, I've had some lunch, so I'm still eating. It's not like I'm not eating at all, but I feel like when I eat, I'm getting some satisfaction out of that. I'm not like 20, 30 minutes later feeling like I could eat another big meal. I think I'm healing from the migraine, maybe the medication, maybe I needed that extra 2.5 milligrams. And so I'll just see how it happens next week. So since I did 2.5 milligrams today, Saturday, my next dose of 2.5 milligrams would be Wednesday, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah. So Wednesday will be my next dose. So I'll see how I'm feeling then and go from there. So my total weight loss is, drum roll. Oh. I didn't write it down. I know I lost a pound, and hold that thought. 16.4 pounds. So we're still moving in the right direction. Weight loss has been pretty steady, nice, good weight loss. So not too quick. I like that. I don't want to lose muscle mass. So that's my goal. And I will catch you all next time. Oh, and if you would be so kind to hit that like button and subscribe, I would be forever grateful. And also feel free to leave me a comment. Please let me know. Give me some advice. Tell me what you've done. Let me know how you're doing on your journey, or share whatever you would like. If you've ever experienced night eating, drop me a moon emoji. Let me know I'm not alone in that. Or night hunger anyway. Maybe you had some night hunger, but you didn't give in to it. So just drop me a moon emoji and just let me know you're not alone. And that I'm not alone. You're not alone and I'm not alone. So there we go. I think that's all I had for today. I will catch you all again very soon. So take care.